I got labeled bipolar. I'm insane. I'm insane. He says I'm crazy. We're all crazy now, Mama. Come on, Mama. We're all crazy. So I sit in the bar and I want to read a book on equine confirmation because I know all this garbage is out. I'm anti-pharma, anti-drugs, and anti-analyzing people. What do we got to do? Defend ourselves from shrinks and racketeers and all these cupcakes that come out of university with their PhDs of stupidity of the dogma camp of psychiatry, DSM. First, the DSM comes out and says in 71, it says homosexuality is a mental illness. I was reading that. Then it comes out and says, no, well, we'll accept it because it fits the social norm to keep their BS alive. If you're getting a psychology degree in North America, do something else a little bit more creative. Go paint a fence or something. That's a wasted degree. A lot of your degrees now are friggin' wasted. I look at people trying to teach leadership programs. They haven't got that clue because they overthink. I know about leadership. It's horsemanship. And horses don't go to strengths. You shouldn't either. You're not killing somebody. You're not hating people. I just hate strengths and psychobabblers that don't shut up on this social media. Talking about bipolar. I remember they called me bipolar. All my girlfriends are bipolar. It's hogwash. It's, some people do things wrong. But you're going to label them criminal behavioralism? See, what I think we've done is we got a society that labels things so they can feel safe. So we're living on a reptilian brain. And half the things that will help people are not those. Spirituality of some form will get people past people. Dr. Carl Gustav Jung was a psychologist. He dropped that school of psychoanalytical garbage. I was just looking at how you can psychoanalyze Ned Kelly. He did it. He's a Queensland Shrinkola. I'd rather go to Voodoo Man than Voodoo. The blues, dark, deep down. But am I crazy? I have fun being crazy. As long as you're happy. Might not fit the social norm. And that's all that is. And I'd say the whole friggin' collective's nuts now. You got so much social media and junk. I don't hurt people. I don't like society. It's mental illness. I'm leaving Ontario because they want me to see a shrink. I got a label there. I was trying to remove it because I know it's all hogwash, but you got to see a shrink to get it changed. No, I wouldn't see them. I can't stand them. I'm anti-psychiatry and anti-psychology of that form. If it's blending with psychiatry, I'm out of it. I don't want to hear you talking that way. I'm a deeply spiritual man, and when we awaken, it'll repress us drugs. I do Reiki, and I don't believe in psychiatry, and I don't believe in psychology. So it's pushed me so far. I'm moving up to Prince Edward Island. Maybe they won't have some nonsense out there. Ontario's just dumping healthcare jump in there because they get elected with a single payer system. And I almost died with this analytical garbage. And I tried to get some help. So I listened to her. She's a psychologist or something. I think she's got I went to college. I had to go and do it again because I didn't get it all. Go back and read your books again. Did they just pass you through, sister? You didn't even get Jungian. You couldn't understand it. So you should be working. You failed that. What else did you fail? They started telling me about cognitive behavioral therapy. I started listening to this. Okay, you're going to get me well. The drugs are good for you. You're killing me. I was up to 366 friggin' pounds. Anger? Yeah. because I want them sued and I don't want to end that racket. I'm going to write books against psychiatry and psychology about form. The analytical stuff has to die because it's not fair on us. Like dating online. Listen to this garbage. You got to be somebody else. I know people that being somebody else. They're not. And they're in the music industry and they kill themselves. Why? Because they can't be themselves. You got to have a profile to look like somebody else. But that's not who you are. Who you are is who you are. And that's important. Gay people are who they are. Transgender people are who they are. I have no right to judge, analyze, or tell you it's a disorder. What's a disorder? It's a stupid, industrialized, institutionalized healthcare system that I don't want any part of. Like, I got a card here. I'm going to take it to Nova Scotia, out to Prince Edward Island to exchange it. I don't want any of that damn pharmaceutical junk. They're the strongest pills they can give you, and it's not much use to me. It's a mark of the devil. Ontario hit. He's funded that damn thing so much. Now they say if you want to move out of Ontario and want another apartment, he's not providing me services. So I'm going to vacate Ontario. I've got some money coming in. It's just enough to get a flight out to Prince Edward Island. I'm going to finish my work, what I was doing. They're not stopping me. And you shut up about your bloody bipolar and stuff. There's a girl in the park, she's singing a song there. Yeah, everybody's labeled that. You drug people up and they can't perform, they can't use their fingers and music. Bunch of racketeers. Yeah, I work with Qigong master there. He says, don't drink local beer, drink craft beer, man. Yeah, it's got Roundup in it. Chemicals. Chemicals are blocking our glandular functions, everything. Don't let them get you into that junk. And if it's free, dog shit is too. And I'll say it. It's crap. Every drug out there on that market is garbage. It's just being funded. There's so much. Dr. Abraham Hoffer figured this out. He was a psychiatrist and he quit. He was smart. I've seen other psychologists, they quit. So I'm in the bar there, and he's a drummer in a band, and I know he's a good drummer. So his girlfriend studied a master's degree in psychology. She just burned the paper. She's marrying him. Because she said that would label him as bipolar. Because he's intelligent. He's got another spectrum of qualities. Do you understand this? They're idiots. This shrink couldn't figure out a damn thing. He didn't have any empathy for my stories, my past trauma. They're diagnosing schizophrenia, all these things. Most of it's underlying traumatic. So I've been studying trauma therapy from the United States and around the world. I've studied Reiki, I study all this stuff, but I don't want to ever hear anybody run me down. It's just my profession. I'll help people. But stay off my camp. If you see my website, don't tell them I'm a dogma man. Let people try me. And the problem is why you can't get people well off drugs is because you give them no hope. They got to see something at the end of the tunnel of addictions. They'll never see anything if you tell them they're bipolar or crap. I've heard enough bull. You don't like the guy, lady? You don't have to diagnose him. You know, maybe it's not your cup of tea. Men are men. Don't diagnose men and don't diagnose women. It's just a ploy of complete, utter poo. I don't diagnose a horse. I see him as he is. I don't diagnose a dog. We're still sentient beings. But we're treating each other like we're bloody robots. I think, therefore I am. I come to the spotless mind of non-thought. It takes practice. You think you can do that? All you do is ramble and ramble and ramble. You don't talk about consciousness. When you get in an awakened state, which is happening, is there's been enough pain in the collective, and this is what Jung talked about, human collective of consciousness. I protect myself with tourmaline crystals, essential oils, but I don't use drugs. And I might go for a drink today, and I don't want to hear no bumble. You know, that's the way they drive now. Old ladies turn down the road. But I go like this at every bumblebee of psycho major degrees of stupidity. Shut up. There's no truth to it. Angry? Yeah, I want you fired. I want to crash the system. I'm anti-psychiatry. I got enough documents there as human rights violation from federal government of the United States and other countries that are wanting to end this sort of rubbish. I'm working with psychotherapies of Great Britain and England and Australia, but not this stuff. Analyzing people. You know what I think a lot of the illnesses are? Chakra imbalances and impurities. So as a spiritual essence of getting out of hate and blame, but it gets me riled up to see this garbage, so I have to stay off and detox. I'm going to go out today, have a few beers. You know, say that's wrong. I don't care. Because I don't listen to you and I don't take drugs. And I'm vacating Ontario because he's trying to force me into a stay in a shrink. You could see him throw him out in the harbor. He's as nuts as can be, Doug Ford. You know, this country's pretty sick. I'm an environmentalist. My cousin might be crazy. He's a PhD, but he doesn't analyze stuff. He analyzes galaxies and stars. He's an astrophysicist for UCLA, but that's not Jordan Peterson's school of Cupcake Land. Yeah, Jordan, up yours. And Rex Murphy, down with you, you idiot, you oil-mongering bastards. You know, little Greta Thunberg comes in and talks some truth. And you tell her to go F off. You right-wing suckers. You know, Joe Rogan, up yours too. You're not a man. Any man that disrespects a woman needs one of these up his rectum. And I'll twist. I really mean it. I'm sick of misogyny. And I'm sick of analytical bullcrap. And I'm sick of social media. It's a toxic solution of loneliness. Park bench sitting. There's probably a bird coming up or some nature. But that stuff, rubbish. Jordan Peterson. I'd take a bloody saw or samurai. I can't stand you. Shut up. And I'm going to make a campaign to shut you down. Get you shut down, all you oilies. We got to have a new change in this economy of fossil fuels. So I'm angry. I'm at war in my own country. And I'm going to change it. Nobody else will. I'll wake up the world that we got